Okay, let's dive right into something that touches every part of your day, whether you realize it or not. Have you ever thought about why some days you feel, brave enough to try something new, like speaking up in class or trying out for a team, and other days you just kind of want to blend into the background? Well, it all comes back to how you see yourself. Today, we're taking a really fascinating deep dive into self esteem. We're going to unpack the crucial differences between how you describe yourself and how you value yourself. We'll understand why this stuff matters so much in your daily life and discover some genuinely practical, easy to use ways to build a stronger, more confident you. Get ready for some serious aha moments.
Absolutely. And understanding yourself isn't just like a nice idea. It's like discovering your own personal superpower. It
Hmm.
really shapes your confidence, it guides your decisions, and yeah, it even impacts your relationships. Especially during these years, right? With so much growth and so many new experiences, having a strong sense of self isn't just helpful. It's probably your most powerful tool to stand tall, even when things feel a little, wobbly.
Totally agree. It's like your anchor. Okay, so let's start with the very beginning, your identity. Imagine you're this fantastic, incredibly detailed book. We're going to start by looking at the table of contents, the main sections that define you.
Hmm.
So let's begin with self-concept. What's the fundamental way you describe that, knowing how crucial it is?
Right. Self-concept is, well, quite simply how you describe yourself.
Get
It's
it?
your identity, yeah? Your personal inventory, like your mental About Me page. It includes everything from your personality, like are you an introvert, an extrovert, funny, serious, observant, all that stuff, to your talents, your interests, even your physical traits. So for instance, you might say, I am a responsible person, or I love playing basketball.
Hmm.
Maybe even, I am still learning to play the guitar. These are all statements of fact about your self-concept.
Okay, facts. Got it.
And what's really interesting here is to consider, do you think your self-concept can actually change over time? How might that happen? Maybe take a moment to really reflect on that. Because knowing that our self-concept isn't set in stone, that it can and will evolve as you grow and experience new things, well, that's the very first step in understanding personal growth. It's, um, it's pretty empowering to realize you're not stuck with who you were yesterday. You're always adding new chapters to your story.
That's such a great point. Yeah, you're definitely not the same person you were 5 years ago, right? And you won't be the same 5 years from now, which is pretty cool. But now let's pivot. Let's talk about self-esteem. This isn't just how you describe yourself, like your self-concept. This is much deeper. Self-esteem is all about how much you value, respect, and believe in yourself. It's that inner feeling of worth.
Exactly. It's recognizing your worth even when things don't go perfectly. And let's be honest, that happens to all of us. It's about being able to say, okay, I messed up on that assignment, but I'm still a capable person.
Mm.
And that I can learn from this and try again.
Hmm.
So if you were to ask yourself, do I truly respect myself? Or can I accept both my strengths and my weaknesses?
Hmm.
The things I'm great at and things I'm still working on. Those answers really tap into your self-esteem.
Hmm. And that brings up a crucial question, especially for you listening. Why do teens sometimes struggle with self-esteem more than children or even adults?
Yeah, that's a really important point.
Yeah.
Think about it during these years. I mean, so much is changing all at once. You're navigating new schools, new friendships, trying to figure out where you fit in, plus new expectations from yourself and others. Even your body and emotions are shifting. It's a time of, well, immense growth and
Hmm.
tons of new experiences, which really puts our self-worth to the test. It's completely normal, really, to feel a bit more unsure of yourself when your world feels like it's constantly in motion.
That's a really empathetic way to put it. It makes sense. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Because these two, self-concept and self-esteem, they get confused a lot, but they're actually super different. Think of it this way. Self-concept is the fact, okay? The information, like saying, I'm not strong in math, that's just a statement of fact about a skill. But then self-esteem comes in with the feeling and value attached to that fact.
Right. So you might think, but I understand that everyone has subjects they find challenging.
Exactly. And I can learn and improve.
Yeah.
See the difference there? It's huge.
Or another one.
Yeah, let's try another one that might hit home. You might say, I'm good at drawing. Okay, that's a self-concept, a factual description of a skill you possess. The self-esteem part kicks in when you think, that makes me feel confident and proud, and I love sharing my art with others. It's about that inner feeling, right? That sense of self-worth that isn't dependent on being perfect.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the key point is just crucial. You can absolutely acknowledge weaknesses without losing self-respect. It's all about self-acceptance alongside the desire for growth. It's perfectly okay not to be perfect at everything. I mean, seriously, nobody is. What truly matters is how you treat yourself when you encounter those challenges. Do you kind of beat yourself up or do you encourage yourself to keep trying? It's that difference. Maybe like a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset.
That's so true. That growth mindset idea is key. Okay, to really nail this distinction, let's meet our friend Jamal. Jamal's a fantastic guy, and he says, I'm not the fastest runner on the team. Okay? That's his self-concept, just a factual observation about his athletic ability. He's stating what is. But then he adds, with a big smile, but I don't give up. I work hard in practice, and I'm proud of my effort no matter what place I come in. That, my friends, is his self-esteem shining through. He acknowledges a physical limitation, but he deeply values his perseverance and resilience.
Yes. And what Jamal's experience truly highlights is that self-esteem doesn't just come from being the best at everything. Instead, it flourishes from recognizing your effort, your resilience, and valuing your whole self, including your unique qualities and your willingness to grow. It's about recognizing your inherent value, yeah? Even if you're not always winning first place. So maybe I could invite you to think for a moment. Do you know someone who has high self-esteem? Could be a friend or maybe even a character in a book. Someone who shines even if they aren't the best at something specific. What is it about them? What qualities do they possess?
That's a powerful thought exercise, and chances are you do know someone like that and you probably admire them. So, okay, what does all this mean for you? When you nurture healthy self-esteem, it's like unlocking a secret level in a game, seriously. You're more likely to do some pretty amazing things, like taking positive risks, trying new opportunities, joining a club, taking on a challenging project, even just speaking up with an awesome idea. You'll also find it easier to handle criticism and mistakes without just giving up, which is, wow, a massive life skill. And you'll find it easier to stand up for yourself respectfully, build stronger, more authentic friendships and relationships, because you value yourself and others. It's not about being arrogant, it's about being confident in who you are.
hmm And this raises an important question for, personal reflection.
Sure.
Out of those benefits we just mentioned, taking risks, handling criticism, standing up for yourself, or building stronger friendships, which one feels maybe the hardest for you right now. Just take a few seconds to quietly think about that. Because pinpointing this, it really helps you identify where strengthening your self-esteem could make the biggest, most positive difference in your life right now. Maybe it's feeling more comfortable trying new things, or perhaps it's about not letting feedback totally derail you.
Okay, that brings us to the really good stuff, the how-to. How do you actually build that strong, healthy self-esteem? Because it is something you build, right? Piece by piece, day by day, choice by choice. It's like building any skill. It takes practice.
Definitely takes practice.
So let's do a quick mental activity together first. You can grab a notebook or just, think in your head. Imagine 2 columns. Okay, first column, title it What I Say About Myself.
Mhm.
In the second column, write How do I feel about it? Why or why not? For example, maybe in the first column, you write I'm a bit shy. And in the second, you might answer, actually, yeah, I feel pretty good about it. I like being a good listener, and I often notice things others miss. Or perhaps, I'm funny, and you answer, yes, friends laugh with me, and I love making people smile. Now let's add a third column. What can I do to improve or accept it? So if you wrote, I'm shy, maybe your action step is join small group discussions, or maybe try talking to one new person a week. Little steps. If you wrote, I'm funny, maybe it's use my humor to connect with people and make them feel good, not to, make fun of anyone. So just take a moment. Think of maybe 2, 3 things about yourself and what you feel about them. And maybe an action step for one. No rush.
And this kind of self-reflection, when we really connect it to the bigger picture, it's all about honest self-assessment, but always, always with a layer of kindness, not judgment. It's about observing yourself in the curiosity. If something feels like a weakness, how could you manage it? Or improve it, or maybe even just accept it as a unique part of who you are. It's really about being compassionate with yourself as you grow, recognizing that every aspect of who you are has value and is part of your journey.
That's such a powerful point, kindness to yourself, self-compassion. And speaking of kindness, now for the 5 actionable strategies for building self-esteem. These are your tools, okay? Ready to use starting today. First up, replace negative self-talk with realistic, kind words. We all have that inner critic, right? That voice. Instead of thinking, I'm so stupid for making that mistake, try changing that internal dialogue. Maybe something like, okay, I made a mistake and that's okay. Everyone makes mistakes and I can learn from this experience.
And what's really happening when you shift that language, I mean, the research is pretty clear on this, is that you're literally rewiring your brain. Your brain responds to the words you use about yourself. So consistently choosing kinder, more realistic self-talk actually creates new neural pathways. It makes it easier over time to default to self-compassion rather than self-criticism. It's like training a muscle.
Training a muscle, I like that. Okay, our second strategy. Surround yourself with supportive people. Think about the people in your life who lift you up, who celebrate your successes, who genuinely encourage you. Make sure you spend more time with them. The people you allow into your inner circle have a massive impact on how you see yourself.
Well, absolutely critical. Because our self-perception is so heavily influenced by our social environment. When you're consistently around people who genuinely believe in you, it reinforces your own belief in yourself. It's like a positive feedback loop that helps solidify your self-esteem. You're getting that external validation that aligns with the self-worth you're building internally.
Makes total sense. Okay, number 3. Celebrate progress, not perfection. It's not about being perfect. It's about making an effort, trying your best, and seeing how far you've come. Give yourself a mental high five, or even a real one, for the small wins. Did you finish that challenging homework? High five. Did you speak up in class when you were nervous? High five. Little things.
Yes, and what's incredibly powerful about celebrating progress, and studies show this, is that it actually rewires your brain again. Each time you acknowledge even a small step forward, your brain releases dopamine, that feel-good chemical. This reinforces the behavior, makes you more likely to keep going, and builds a positive feedback loop for your self-esteem, instead of just waiting for some distant, maybe impossible, perfect outcome.
Right. Focus on the journey. Love it. Next, strategy number 4. Limit comparisons. Focus on your growth. It's super easy to look at what others are doing right, especially on social media, and feel like you're not good enough. Remember, your journey is unique to you. Focus on your own growth, your own progress. Stay in your lane.
Oh, the social media scroll trap. I think we've all been there. You see someone's perfect vacation picture or a flawless TikTok, and suddenly your own day feels like utterly inferior. But our brains aren't wired to see the whole picture online. They only see the curated highlights. So that comparison is often really unfair and honestly a significant source of self-esteem challenges for many young people today. Redirecting that energy back to your own lane is incredibly freeing.
So true. Freeing is the perfect word. Okay, and finally, number 5. Practice gratitude. Notice what you already have and what you can do. Take a moment each day, maybe before bed or first thing in the morning, to think about things you're thankful for or abilities you possess, no matter how small they seem. Could be having supportive friends, being good at a particular subject, or even just enjoying a sunny day.
This practice it's quite profound because it actively shifts your focus. When you train your mind to look for things you're grateful for or the strengths you already possess, you move away from a deficit-based mindset, what you lack, to one of abundance, what you have. You start seeing how much you already contribute and are capable of, which is a direct boost to how you value yourself.
Okay, 5 great strategies.
So this raises an important question for you to consider this week. Which of these 5 strategies feels most realistic for you to try out, starting this week? Just picking one, just focusing on one with intention. That can make a huge, tangible difference in how you feel about yourself. Remember, small, consistent steps lead to big changes over time. It's not about doing everything at once.
Wow, okay. What a deep dive into understanding how you see yourself and how much you value yourself. We've really unpacked self-concept, how you describe yourself, and self-esteem, truly valuing yourself. We
Yeah.
saw how they play out with Jamal and his running, that great example. And we've learned 5 concrete ways to build yourself up, like replacing negative self-talk and celebrating your progress.
Yeah, and as we bring this discussion to a close, just remember, having healthy self-esteem doesn't mean you're suddenly perfect or that you won't face challenges. Of course you will. Instead, it means embracing growth and accepting that every single person has strengths and areas to improve, and that's perfectly okay. It's about embracing your full, authentic self with all its wonderful complexities. You are a work in progress, and that, in itself, is an amazing and powerful thing to be.
Absolutely. Beautifully said. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, let's leave you with these powerful affirmations. Repeat them with us. Okay? Even if just in your head, say it with us. I respect myself.
I respect myself.
I am capable of growth.
I am capable of growth.
I am valuable as I am.
I am valuable as I am.
All right, take those with you. Let them sink in. And for your final thought today, what's one small, specific thing you can do today, like right after listening, to show yourself a little extra respect or celebrate a small piece of your progress? Maybe it's telling yourself, good job for completing a task, or just making a mental note of something you did well. Anything. Keep exploring, keep growing, and keep valuing the amazing person you are. You truly matter.